What's going on, everyone? Is Ryan Small here, founder of Epic Analysis. So finally, I'm going to get started back doing these Markup Mondays. A lot of things have been going on with the company if you guys have been watching. So I'm just trying to restructure everything, get things up and running again. So hope you guys take the time and be patient with me as I get everything back in order. So going into this week, I always want to look at some of the pairs that's setting up for this week and possibly next week. So before I take up too much of your time, let's just go dive in. All right, so first off, I'm going to be looking at is the dollar index, the overall DXY, and that's going to give us the base for pretty much the rest of the USD base pairs throughout the week. So just because the dollar index is bullish or bearish doesn't mean you want to sell or buy AU or GU. You still want to do your overall analysis. But this is pretty much just a cheat sheet helping you see an idea of the overall dollar, if it's going to be strong or weak for today or for the week. All right, so recently, the overall dollar index has been weak, and currently we've been stuck in this consolidation. So ever since the market came from this rally to the downside right here, hold on, let me just grab this. All right, so ever since the market came from this downside, from this point right here, we've been stuck in this consolidation all throughout this period right here. So from this moment on, has been pretty much consolidation. So within this consolidation, you can kind of just look and see at the details between price. So you can see that when the market when it first pushed down here, it found support it found support within this region. It could not break below. Gave us a push up, and then it broke below this support, and then gave us a new low here. Came back up, pushed back down, and then it gave us a new low. So each time that it came down, it pushed lower, lower, and lower. And then we finally got that push back up, and this push up broke above the most recent high and also broke above this trend line coming from this point to this point out to this point. So now currently, because we have this break above 93 resistance and above their trend line, we could look at this as a possible breakout retest. So if the market can't break back below this support level right here, then overall you're going to look to see the market push and rally its way up towards 94 resistance. All right. But now if the market were to break back below 93, then we would be looking more so for shorts if the price stays below 93 and still breaks back below the trend line. So if the market breaks below, then you would want to see that retest. On that retest, if the market holds here, this is where you'd be looking for sales, and then you'll be looking to take it back down to this low down here. So those are the two scenarios that I'll be waiting for. I'm going to either wait to see if the market wants to break below 93 support and also break back below the trend line, wait for that retest. If it holds, that's the sell confirmation. You can write it down to the downside. But now if this is the breakout, this is the retest, and the market holds as support around 93, and we get that rally to the upside, then I will look for the market to break above 93.50. If we get a clear break above that, then I will look for the market to reach the 50 EMA aligning with this 94 resistance. All right, so that's what I'll be looking for on the overall dollar index. All right, so now let's go look at Euro USD. So Euro USD is also trapped within this range right here. You can clearly see you have a strong resistance at the top. Okay, yeah, so we have this strong resistance at the top right here. Hold on, why did I grab this rectangle? Okay. So with this, you're just going to wait to see if the highs is going to break or if we're going to get that rejection. If we get the rejection, then the market's going to give us at least 50 to 100 pips to the downside. But now if we break above this resistance, then on that retest of the broken resistance, then that'll give us more indication of the market trying to go higher. So pretty much just through a text example, this is what I'll be looking for. So because we already have this high here, and then the market made an attempt right here. So now I'm just going to look at this as support, my base support. This is my base resistance. So now I'm waiting to see if the market wants to push up. If it cannot break above these highs, then you're going to look for the market to push down. In order for us to know that the market is trying to go bearish, it needs to break below this overall support line down here. So down here, the market would need to break below. So you would need to see something like this, a break, a retest, and then on that retest, this will be a heavy sell if you get something like that, and then you'll look to take it down to the downside. All right. But now, if a sell, if a sell example does not present itself, then overall you're going to look and see, and you're going to see this overall get broken. So on this push to the upside, even if it doesn't break it the first time, you may get something like this push down, and then eventually, if we get this break where the market breaks above this resistance on the push for the retracement down here, if it holds back down aligned with these highs right here, if the market pushes down and holds there, then overall, we're going to know this is going to be a breakout retest. We're going to be looking for buys in this zone here, and then we're going to look to take it to the upside. So those are the two scenarios that I'm looking for, because it's still Monday. It's still, the daily candle hasn't closed yet, so it's still early in the week. So you kind of just need to wait for more data to play out. But as time goes on and as you start seeing the price action play out, you just want to wait to see one of those two scenarios, and then just be patient and wait for that breakout or that retest, and then just ride it ride whatever way its momentum is going. So if it breaks to the upside, momentum is bullish. If it breaks to the downside, momentum is bearish, because we're trapped within this consolidation range. All right, so that's Euro USD. Let me see. AUD USD. So yeah, AUD USD has been bullish for the most part. Just looking at this example, you can see I have an ascending trend line. I started my point from here, connected it to this point, extended it out. It connected, hit here once, hit here twice, and then we also had a third hit that hit last week to end last week. So let me see. Boom. Hold on. Okay, so this was the fourth hit, and then on that fourth hit, we have a bullish engulfing candle and somewhat of a bullish railroad, because it pushed down, and then this candle rejected and also engulfed the closure of the previous candle, and then from there, the market also broke above this resistance or the support level, while also giving us that third to fourth trend line hit. So it's a lot of confluence for why the market should go higher. So for me, as long as the market stays above this support level, then I'm going to be looking bullish. So as long as the market stays above this support level right here, and it doesn't take out these lows down here, then overall I'll be looking for the market to push back and meet these new highs and possibly even higher. So you could also draw a Fibonacci retracement from this low up to this high, like that. Boom. Price push down 78.6 retracement, and then the negative 24 aligns with 0.7480. So that'd be my first TP would be around these highs. If we break these highs, then I'll be looking for the market to reach this negative 24. So as of right now, I'm going to be more bullish on AUD USD unless we get the break back below 0.72. As long as we're above that, I'm still going to be bullish. All right, USD Chef. All right, so USD Chef looks similar to the dollar index, really, how it's down at this key support level. So yeah, you have this major support down here, of course. So it's a major support down here. This is where we need the market to stay. If the market breaks below this support, then overall the momentum is bearish, because there's no other line of support. You would have to look to the left to find the next line of support. So in this case, the market would need to hold above this in order to go bullish. If it breaks below that, then we're still heavily bearish. In this case, let me see. The market found support around 0.90, broke above, and now it's retesting. What is this? Like the 0.9060 level. So yeah, this could be a breakout retest. You could possibly draw a fib from this low up to this high, like that. This could be the retracement, and we could possibly see this period move like this and then start to make another attempt to the upside. So as of right now, because this is nothing too great, this would be my bias so far. unless we break back below 0.9050. If we break back below that, then the market could push back down to the lows. But as long as we staying above that level like this, with this structure, I could see the market making another attempt to the upside, pushing towards 0.92, if not higher. So pretty much, I'm just keep it simple. That's going to be what I'm looking for. And also, this could be like a light inverted head and shoulders in a way. I mean, I don't really like to look at it like that, but you could possibly look at it like that especially if this support holds, because this could be like the whole shoulder, this could be like the head, and then this could be the possible right shoulder type. It doesn't look that clean. I don't really like to look at markup patterns like that because price action is king. But yeah, that could possibly be, especially if support holds down here. So I'll just be monitoring that, and if we get a hold, then this could be an easy buying opportunity to the upside. But now if we break, you just want to be patient and wait for a better opportunity to present itself. All right, GBP odd, called buys on this last week, caught the quick 60, 70 pips and it closed. I could have called the sell, but it moved so quick, I didn't want to just chase price. So yeah, overall, this thing is pretty bearish. We may get a slight retracement this week because the market did drop from 1.82 all the way down to 1.75 damn near in like a week. So here it was still like 700 pips damn near. So because we had that much of a drop, we could possibly see a slight retracement before going lower. But a lot of times after this type of movement, I don't like to just buy it because the momentum is clearly bearish. So with something like this, I mean, this could be the pullback and it could go lower, or it could push up a little bit higher and go lower. You could possibly draw a fib just to see, like to get a better idea of where it's going to retrace at from that high to this low like this. And then you have the levels of your 38, your 61. So if you do get a retracement, you have the levels of where price could potentially go to before making that next way to the downside. So you also got to factor in this strong support right here where price broke below. That aligns with that area right there. That's another area where the price can retrace to. And then you also have this support up here. So because the market is overall bearish, it could just continue bearish without any type of retracement. But in this case, I would try to see if I can get a retracement. If you do get a nice retracement and the market is holding, then you're going to see another wave to the downside. But on a trade like this, it may take a while because, like I said, it already moved 600, 700 pips in a week. All right. NZD Chef also caught this pair out last week. Pretty simple. I got to go back to the 4-hour to see. Yeah, so the market was making lower lows and lower highs, and then it just made that new lower high, and then overall dropped and made a new lower low. So now we're currently at the retracement phase. So in this case, I'm not going to just look at it like the market was making lower lows and lower highs. I need to see more of a confirmation. So because I understand that the market did drop down here, and with this drop on a smaller time frame is making lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high. But now on the daily time frame, the market, it pushed down, it hit the support, it hit the 50 EMA, and now, as of right now, this is looking like a possible morning star type pattern. So because of that, I'm not going to just sell it because of this possible bearish price action. So you need to see because if the market, it could also just break above, retest, and then start to climb up this way. So you need to either wait for something like that, or you need to wait for the market to show if this is just going to be a retest. So this could be the real move down. You need to see if this is just going to be the retest. If the market can't break above this previous high, then this could just be a new lower high possibly. And then we can possibly see the market push down to the downside. So we're really just waiting to see what the market is trying to do. Is it trying to strongly break above 0.61 resistance? Is it trying to push all the way up to this resistance to break above that? If it does that, then overall we're still in the uptrend. So if we do that, then overall this would be the higher low, and then you would be looking for the market to push up to the upside like that. So if this holds, this would be the higher low, and then you'll be looking for the market. If it breaks above 0.61, and then let's say it retests that level, like this, it holds, then you will be looking for the market to push up to that level like that. But now, if it can't break above certain levels, and then it may start to make that move back down to the downside. But overall, it would just need to break back below this demand zone around 0.607. If we break back below that, then it'd just be the opposite direction like that. All right, so last week this pair was a little easier to trade, instantly. Right now, I kind of just want to wait a little bit, just so I can know what type of which way it wants to move. If it wants to move bullish or bearish. As of right now, the overall trend was moving bearish, but I wouldn't be surprised if the market wanted to push up a little higher. So I'm just gonna be patient and wait for the market to show me something where I know if it's ready to reverse or if it's ready to go higher. I don't want to force it. All right, so Euro Jappy. I'm gonna go to this pair next. Okay, so yeah, Euro Jappy has been looking pretty bearish. Well, it has been bullish for the most part, but last week it pushed bearish, and now we're currently below this trend line. So I started my trend line from this point here, like that. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, yeah, so I started that here, connected here. That was the next point, and then it came here and it broke below. It broke below, and now it's retesting. So if we stay below this overall trend line, then it's pretty simple that you're going to see the market push back down towards possibly 124. But now if we break back above this 126 level, then overall the trend is still bullish. So yeah, if the market could break back above 126 around like this high right here, then we're going to revisit and break these highs. Boom. So it's either going to reject from this level right here. So let me see. So how the market dropped here and then it pushed up. So this level right here, the market needs to stay below. If the market rejects from that level, then overall we're going to see the market drop down to the downside. But now, if the market were to push and break above this, if anything were to push back down and the market stays like this, if it's above the trend line, above the support, then overall we're going to look for the market to push higher. So those are the two scenarios that I'll be waiting for. Once, for me, I like to just wait and see what the market is trying to do, and then once it gives me a favorable idea where it's trying to go, then the execution is simple for me. I could kill it. I don't have no problem trying to make a profit trading when I know where the market is going. I don't see how people have problems doing that. I don't understand how you trade, man. Especially, unless you're new. If you're new, then you just gotta put in the time. I'm talking about for the people that's been doing this for years. All right. So what have I did? I did DXY. I did AUD USD Chef, GA, NZD Chef, EJ, EU. Did a few pairs actually. I'm trying to think, is there any other pair that I need to do? For the most part, that should be good. So yeah, for any other pairs or markets that I think are going to be good for this week or that I'll be watching, I'm just going to post those into the actual channel. All right, so yeah, a lot of things are going to change. For the most part, the education and everything is going to be consistent. But I just want to, I always wanted to make real traders because I don't like people relying on me. I like to, go in, teach people how to do certain things and like to see them learn and like to see them making money without me even knowing, you know what I mean? So that's my goal, is to actually make independent traders to where they don't have to rely on me. I don't care about signups. I don't care about making money off of this. I just made this program because I'm so knowledgeable in trading. I have to have a platform to where people can learn from. But my goal is to actually make independent traders. I don't care about all the extra stuff. I know how to make money in the charts. I know how to make money actually trading, so I don't care about the signups. I just care more so about teaching people and trying to make them sufficient traders. All right. So those are going to be what I'm going to be focused on for the rest of the year into 2021. I'm working on restructuring videos, making sure that the webinars are going to be consistent. Make sure the webinars aren't just videos of us doing or me doing markups. It needs to be more organized. It needs to be more educational because, like I said, my overall goal is to make self-sufficient traders, not just to give trade signals so people can make money, but they don't know how they make money. All right. So again, if you guys want to follow me or hit me up, my Instagram is @winningwithryan. The trading Instagram is Epic Analysis. If you guys wanted to follow or hit me up or ask any type of questions. If you're not in a Telegram already, if you like these videos or you want me to do more videos or make specific content to what you need, just hit me up personally and I'll put out that type of content. All right. So thank you guys for watching this video and let's have a good trading week.